What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome back into JC's Pop Culture, where you can find all kinds of pop culture content with me, JC, here today to talk some more about college football 25. Got another deep dive coming today, finally, one that a lot of people have been waiting for, I know. Probably my second favorite game mode behind Dynasty, Road to Glory. So I'm sure we're all excited for this one. Much like they did for Ultimate Team, no reveal video this week. It's just a deep dive blog. So we're going to pull that up momentarily and read through it. But as we do, of course, encourage you guys, as always, any questions, comments, concerns you got there, throw them in the chat. We'll talk a little college football 25, be with you for about the next hour or so. Got to head to work after that. So hopefully this blog's not as lengthy as the Dynasty one. I don't think it's intended to be, but I'm sure it'll still have a ton of information, though they've done a great job with these blog posts. So see T-Bone's in here. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Hey, Road to Glory, his favorite mode. Hey, hopefully get you some good info on it then, man. What's up, Josh Short? Bubby Reacts, how's it going? Let's go. All right, guys. So no further ado, let's get it then. Let's pull up the blog and let's see what they got for us here on Road to Glory this year. But as always, throw your thoughts in there. I'll come back, check up with you guys momentarily. What's up, Chris Lee? See you in there, man. All right, thanks, Dorian. Appreciate that, bro. All right, guys. So here we go. Make sure I got this. There we go. All right. College Football 25 Road to Glory Deep Dive. Today's Campus Huddle covering another core game mode that we all know and love, Road to Glory. Chad Walker and Ben Homler again on the Road to Glory. So here we go, starting with building Road to Glory. When setting out to design Road to Glory, we immersed ourselves in the world of college athletes. We spoke with current and former players, engaged with our community, and absorbed countless stories and experiences. Our goal was clear: to create an authentic, engaging, and replayable experience that captures the essence of being a college athlete. With this vision, we anchored Road to Glory around four core pillars: live the life of a college athlete, the week-to-week experience, fast to fun and highly replayable, and the foundation for the future. So live the life of the college athlete. This first pillar is all about immersion. From the excitement of game day to the challenges of balancing academics and athletics, every aspect of a college athlete's life is brought to you. Your journey will be filled with highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks, mirroring the real-life experiences of student athletes. And then the week-to-week experience pillar here. In Road to Glory, every decision matters. We've designed the experience to revolve around key in-game decisions and time management. Whether it's choosing how to spend your time between practice, studying, and social activities, or making critical plays on the field, your choices will shape your path to glory. We drew inspiration from story-driven games where meaningful decisions with no clear right answers helped shape your journey. The way you respond to situations will ultimately decide your path. Fast to fun and highly replayable. Road to Glory is designed to be fast-paced and fun, ensuring that you're always in the thick of the action with multiple storylines and pathways to explore. Each playthrough offers a unique and fresh experience. And then the foundation for the future. Road to Glory is not just about the here and now, it's about building a lasting legacy. This year lays the groundwork for the future and enhancements, ensuring that your journey as a college athlete continues to evolve and improve. Your decisions will ultimately shape your journey, your story, and your road to glory. All right, so we're about to get into the creation of your Road to Glory player. But before we do that, let me come back, see what else we got here. Just drop, Jack. It's just the blog. Like I said, no video, no real video for this one. They only are dropping the Campus Huddle blog, but we're going to read through it here, get all up inside it, get all the details, and talk about it here. You guys can throw your thoughts in the chat and try and check back with you guys momentarily as I'll read through, see what your all's thoughts are. Let's go, T-Bones. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday today and excited for this info. Let's get back to it. Let's talk about the creation of your Road to Glory player now. Creation. Your journey in Road to Glory begins with your first meaningful decision point, one that will have a significant impact on where your journey begins and how it will be shaped. Begin by choosing the path you want to take. There are 4 different journeys you can choose from, each offering a unique starting point and set of challenges. The elite status is an elite recruit, a 5-star prospect starting with the highest overall rating of 79. So if you choose the elite setting, you're a 5-star recruit and your overall will be 79. This player is expected to get on the field immediately and start right away at most programs across the country. Additionally, you will receive 1 extra mental ability and the 5 starting skill points, which you can use to upgrade your player. Dive further into how all this works later on. You also have the ability to be a blue chip, which a blue chip prospect is a 4-star recruit, and your starting overall would be 75, along with 1 mental ability and 4 skill points. This player will be able to contribute immediately to most programs and earn significant playing time at some schools. Then you can also choose contributor, which contributor is the equivalent to a 3-star prospect who may have the chance to get on the field earlier in the career, but will have to work hard for any playing time. You don't get any additional mental ability, and you start with only 3 skill points. And then you could really want to challenge, you could choose underdog, which I'm sure is the equivalent of a 2-star recruit. Yep. True underdog road to glory story. It is the hardest starting point. You will see little playing time and have to earn every snap on the field. You'll start as a 2-star recruit and you'll start at a 60 overall, only receiving 2 skill points. This journey is for those who love a challenge. And there you see them there on the graphic. You choose elite, you start 79 overall. Blue chip, you start 75 overall. Contributor, you start 67 overall. And underdog, you would start at 60 overall. So that's kind of your starting point. Next, you select your position. Of course, we knew the 5 positions that you would be able to play. This kind of came out previously: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, linebacker, or corner. Each position comes with its own unique set of challenges and gameplay styles, impacting where you play on the field and what mental abilities you have. And there's your graphic there of choosing your positions. So it's specifically middle linebacker, actually. And then if you look up here on the graphic, you get to choose your archetype after that, and then profile, character, and then summarize at the end there before you jump into the mode, I'm sure. And they're probably going to give us a little bit of info of that here. Based on the position you selected, you choose your archetype. Your archetype will affect your starting attributes and skill group gaps, as well as which physical abilities are available to you. For example, a field general quarterback is going to be a better passer in the pocket than a scrambling quarterback. The field general will also have access to abilities like sleight of hand, which boosts the effectiveness of play action and trick plays on defenders, along with step up, which gives an accuracy boost when climbing in a clean pocket. On the other hand, a scrambler quarterback is going to be better at making plays on the run. Scrambler archetype will have the ability to access abilities such as Option King, which gives an aggressive boost to quick pitches, and the off-platform ability, which improves your accuracy for cross-body or back foot throws. And here's a example of those archetypes here. Specifically looking at the quarterback here, you can be a field general quarterback, a scrambling quarterback, an improvising quarterback. You see the ratings and stats tab there as well that kind of shows what would go along with each one of those. Field general, you see high power, high IQ, low elusiveness, low quickness. And if you choose the field general, you see the tab with the gray and the white line through it. Those are blocked, so you could only still reach a maximum certain level of elusiveness or quickness if you're a field general quarterback, whereas if you're a scrambler, I'd say that those are probably under maybe your accuracy and power are kind of capped towards the end. Physical abilities there, starting as a field general quarterback, you see them, they mentioned the sleight of hand, the step up. You also have resistance, dot, and pull down. Once you have customized your player's look, you will then select your starting mental ability. Every position in Journey will always have 3 core mental abilities tied to your weekly agenda meters, which we'll talk more about in a bit. Each of your core mental abilities has an activation and deactivation requirement. There's your kind of your create player screen, so you will get to fully customize this. There's the player info, the appearance, the gear, the styles, all that you'll get to adjust there. And here you are. Fan favorite. These are kind of the mental abilities that they're talking about. The ability, excuse me, guys. This ability increases composure gains at home. It is tied to your academics, and if your GPA is above a 3.0, the fan favorite ability will be active. If it falls below a 3.0, then it will become deactivated. Road dog. This ability increases composure gains on the road. It's tied to your brand meter. When you reach influencer status, it will turn on, and if it falls below that level, it will turn off. And then also clear-headed. This ability limits the amounts of composure you will lose during gameplay. It's tied to your leadership. When you become an excellent leader, it will turn on, and when it falls below that threshold, it will turn off. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what they're talking about with the decisions that you have to make, because you're going to have these moments that pop up where you have to decide kind of what you want to do when you're not playing, whether it be studying, which can affect your GPA, whether it be going out with the team, which can probably affect, your leadership. And then, of course, practice, which would probably affect your composure. So, it's going to be hard to have all 3 of these active at the same time. If you select the elite or blue chip journeys, you'll be able to select an additional mental ability. This grants you a 4th ability that is in addition to your 3 core mental abilities. It's not tied to a weekly agenda meter, and it will always be activated. The mental abilities you can select are based on your position. So you see here the recruit that they were making there, the Caius King. The 3 mental abilities below are controlled by individual meters that you can upgrade by completing objectives. It will activate based on the associated meter value. And the academic one tied to academics is fan favorite. The one tied to brand is road dog. The one tied to leadership is clear-headed. And you can select additional mental abilities there, like I said, if you're a blue chip or an elite recruit. Once you finish selecting your starting mental ability, it's time to start your road to glory. So there's a little bit on creation. Let me come back, tap in with you guys. Then we'll continue on reading on probably a little bit about the school selection process next. Can I still play college 25 on the 13th if I don't play? Yeah, you can still play, but it's not the 13th, Chris. It's the 15th. 13th is when you can download it first, but it's the 15th, and it's not till 4 p.m. Eastern time will be the first time you'll be able to play it, actually. What's up, Legend Sports Zone? How's it going, man? Hey, my dude Mario. Y'all check out his channel there, Rio Unmatched 65. What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day. Just diving into the blog. Like I said, earlier, no reveal video for Road to Glory, but we do have the blog, and we're diving in on this shit, getting all up inside of it. All right, let's move on now. Talk a little bit about you as a recruit and picking your college destination. You're the recruit. Your recruiting journey will begin with an interview with a local TV reporter, Donna Harper. In this interview, Donna will ask you about your motivations and what drives you as a player. Just like our Dynasty recruits, this will formulate your own ideal pitch, which we learned a lot about in the Dynasty Deep Dive. Put out a video on that. Of course, the long stream, but then I did a specific one on recruiting only where you can find out about those ideal pitches. For example, do you want to compete for a national championship, become a starter early in your career, or make it to the next level and play on Sundays? Your answers to these questions will determine the schools that align with your goals and values, creating a more personalized and engaging recruiting experience. And there's kind of the graphic you'll see once you create your player and you get into this interview process. Donna Harper is going to pop up, and the cell phone there, which looks like it's on a desk. So maybe you'll have a little bit of that kind of aspect of going back to the old days where you kind of have a little bit of a room to be in. We'll see if they talk about that any. But we did know, previously when they put out updates, I did a video on Road to Glory, was it 2-3 months ago, where they kind of told us some of this, and a lot of it would come up on a cell phone. So all of your kind of tasks, your decisions that you have to make throughout Road to Glory are going to pop up here on your cell phone. It looks like it will start with this interview with the local TV reporter. And, she asking you right now, which of these do you see most important? And there's your 4 options as they were talking about there. After completing your interview with Donna Harper, you'll land on signing day. Signing day is your big day. That's where you decide who you want to start your career with. Every school will have an interest bar that tells you how interested they are in you. On the right-hand panel, you can see high-level information about the school, such as their team overall rating, what their record was last year, and their offense and defensive schemes. Additionally, it will show whether they offered you a scholarship or not and what your projected role is. You can see the projected depth chart and where you stack up relative to your teammates. If your overall is very close to another player on the depth chart, it was likely that you'll initiate a position battle at some point where you'll have to compete against that player for the depth chart spot. More on that in a bit. And here we get a look at that graphic of how that could be on signing day. You see these schools up top where the bar is more green, from South Carolina down to BYU, are pretty interested in this recruit. BYU and Boston College, Maryland's meter is a little bit less full than some of these in the top 3 rows. And then down at the bottom, those other schools aren't as interested. And you see here on the right, you can see you would be a projected starter if you was to choose, South Carolina. They have high interest level. They have a good school fit. NIL opportunities are high, where you'd be on the depth chart. Obviously, they're starting here with the elite status, the 5-star recruit, because you see the 79 overall, and they would be, the highest overall, so they would automatically be first on the depth chart. You wouldn't have to worry about going through practice and getting to a position battle. You would automatically be a starter there. And there you see choosing to commit to South Carolina, where he would become a starter. And that's kind of what you'll see when you select your school. There's your commitment graphic. All right, then weekly management. Just like a real-world student athlete, you'll have to manage your time both on and off the field. Each week, you'll have 2 main activities to focus on. First, practice, where you'll earn coach trust, which is essential for improving your spot on the depth chart. The more trust you earn, the more opportunities you will have to prove yourself and climb within the ranks on your team. Secondly, you'll have your weekly agenda where you'll manage your time off the field. You'll have to decide how to allocate your time among various activities. Do you want to focus on academics to ensure you meet eligibility requirements and perhaps even activate certain mental abilities? Or do you want to get better in the weight room to improve your physical attributes? Alternatively, you might choose to socialize to boost your brand, which, we know brand in this game is kind of their fill-in for NIL. Proper time management will be key to excelling in all areas, from improving your skills and performance on the field to maintaining your academic standing, and then, of course, building your personal brand off the field. Balancing these activities effectively will be key to becoming a well-rounded and successful student athlete. However, it will be difficult to keep all of them in good standing. So you kind of got to make decisions. That's kind of the gray area that they've talked about where, there's not necessarily a right or wrong decision. It's just more about what do you want to focus on, but you also don't want to focus on one thing too often so that your other things are dropping down. Because, if one of those things that's dropping down is academics, you can become, academically ineligible. And so here we see kind of the screen that we'll have, our main screen there in Road to Glory, I assume. where you have your tabs up top, you have your actions, which will be your weekly to-do list. You have your player, where I'm sure you can make your edits. College football, where I'm sure you can look around the country at other teams and stuff like that. Your team, where it's probably you can view your depth chart, injury reports, all that. Stats and records, and then they have Road to Glory Central. This is in week 2 of their Road to Glory. You see up top the skill points, the energy listed. Looks like you got wear and tear up there, and probably your all the abilities that they talked about. The 5, actually, that's the 5 abilities that they're talking about, the brand and all that stuff, which we'll get more into momentarily. We talking about practice. Practice plays a vital role in your development and progression as a student athlete. During practice, you will complete one mini game each week. Each mini game has a score threshold to earn different medals: bronze, silver, and gold. Love that it revolves around mini games. The medal you earn will dictate how much coach trust you gain. Bronze will get you 200 coach trust. If you earn silver, you get 350. And if you get gold, you'll get 500 coach trust. The coach trust is crucial for improving your spot on the depth chart and earning more playing time. And also, it's critical to still try and earn that even when you are the starter, because the AI, the backups, they're constantly earning it as well, and they can trigger position battles with you, even with you as the starter, that you'll have to win to keep that job. And we see here the practice hub, team, skill, and so there's different mini games you can choose from. Here with the quarterback, they have option attack, pass skeleton outmanned, and tells you the score you need to earn to get each medal there. You have the option to choose which mini game you want to play. Mini games are grouped into 2 categories, which is kind of what we talked about here: team and skill. Team mini games, these involve more than just your player and require you to work together with your teammates. An example of a team mini game is the pass skeleton, where you play 5v5 against the defense. And then skill mini games are more focused on your individual player skills. For example, the pocket presence mini game involves you dodging projectiles and hitting targets at the same time. If you don't feel like playing the minigame, you have the option to simulate it. Simulating the minigame will give you the same amount of coach trust as your highest medal earned, ensuring that you still make progress even if you choose not to actively participate in the minigame for that week. And then we see the post game here of the mini games. This one they earned silver because they had a score of 11,000. Like I said, you have to hit 15,000 to get that gold. So they had plus 350 coach trust for that one. And then we're going to talk about putting the student in student athlete, which we're going to talk a little bit about GPA and such. Come back, tap in with you guys real quick before we do that. Can you play Dynasty and Road to Glory offline too? Yes. Yeah, Chris, you can. You can play offline Dynasty or online Dynasty. And Road to Glory is only offline, I do believe. It says on the bottom of the blog, we're getting Team Builders Deep Dive next. Hey, thanks for the heads up, Legend Sports. I appreciate that. I figured they would give us some info on that, today or tomorrow for sure. I'm glad to see that they finally are letting us know. I'm sure they've heard the outcry, people wondering. Hey, Orlando, what's up, bro? Good to see you in here, man. Appreciate you hopping in. Joshua Short says, let's go, Cox. Hey, there you go. They got the recognition there in the Road to Glory Deep Dive for sure, choosing them and everything. That's cool. It's cool if you're a South Carolina fan. So shout out to you, Josh Short. So I think that will come on Monday because they should do that on Monday. Hopefully they do. You would think. I was hoping it would come Friday because when they put out the schedule, and the last thing they had on the schedule was, today, but I guess maybe they're not planning on releasing anything tomorrow. Guess we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll let us know in short order exactly the day, but glad to hear we are at least getting a deep dive about it. Hey, no problem, GBO. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you being thankful for it, man. Really do. Mario said his deluxe edition downloaded July 9th, but won't be able to access it till Monday at 3 p.m. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's 4 p.m. Monday. I'm Eastern time. I'm guessing you're Central, Mario. But yeah, that's when you can first play the game is Monday. But I believe, it's downloadable now, maybe. Maybe that's what I'm hearing. That's good to hear. I know I did get my $75 PlayStation credit access code for my GameStop Homecoming edition. So hopefully they're shipping that out soon, but I got the digital edition ready. I need to get ready for Monday for sure. Andrew Howell says, what team are you starting off with for Dynasty? Good question. I'm obviously going to do a WVU one for sure. That's my squad. So that's going to happen. But I'm still deciding on what I'm going to do as far as my Dynasty rebuild. I think I'm probably just going to do like a coach journey, start as an offensive coordinator at a 1-star or 2-star school, and that'll be kind of my streaming Dynasty for you guys. It's just kind of my coach journey probably. So I'm probably going to start with that along with a Road to Glory series as well. So probably just coach JC, and I'll start, if they have the prestige, like a 1 or 2-star school, and start as an offensive coordinator, try and work my way up there. And that's what I'll be streaming over on my Twitch. And of course, I'll have highlights of it up here on the YouTube side as well. Not too much really, Orlando. They were just taking us through kind of the initial starting phases of what you get to choose, and then now we've talked about the creation and selecting the school. Now we're getting into kind of the 5 areas that you get to focus on. We've talked about practice. We're about to talk about the school aspect next. Hey, what's going on, Jeff Green? Appreciate you hopping in, man. Yeah, I know, Tasky. I know a lot of people were expecting, I think the reveal video like we've gotten for other deep dives, but not the case for this one, unfortunately. We only got the blog, but hey, at least there's a ton of info in here for us to comb through. That's nice. That's nice. Brandon Bryant said he's going with Sam Houston State. Hey, that's a nice starting point. That's a good team to rebuild there. Merritt's Gaming says, need to know if the exporting feature is worth it. Will the performance and stats of your player matter, or will the Madden team do a stupid-ass driven story character again? Good question. Good question. Hopefully, we get some info on that here in the near future. I would have to say that, if you're playing this and they're bringing the export back, you would think that it would matter as far as your draft position on Madden and all that. And hopefully it means that Madden's going away from the kind of the story-driven elements as well, with the 2 modes being, kind of going hand in hand again, hopefully. So that's one of the reasons I got the MVP bundle, was just because the ability to take the Road to Glory player to superstar mode. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have got it. I probably just stuck with the deluxe edition of college football, but for 50 more bucks, why the hell not? Diogen says, War Damn Eagle. Hey, shout out to Auburn then, man. Could you change your time zone and play earlier than 3 p.m.? I wish, Andrew. I wish it was slick enough for us to be able to do that. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Tasty says, coaching Louisiana Lafayette and cornerback for Oregon or Utah. Nice choice. Nice choice. I think I'm going to go running back in Road to Glory. I think that's what I'm thinking. Orlando's starting with Navy, doing a nice old Navy rebuild. Is the deluxe edition downloadable Sunday afternoon or Monday? Gordon, I think it's dependent on console, because I've heard some people on Xbox say they've already been able to download, but I know on my PS5 it's saying that I can't download until the 13th, which would be what, Saturday, right? So I think Saturday I can download, and then of course you can first play it Monday. For me, it's 4 p.m. Eastern. Whatever time zone you're on in relation to 4 p.m. Eastern on Monday the 15th will be the first time you'll be able to play it. Chris Phelps says, I see a lot of heavy PS2 era influence on a lot of game modes in the game as a total. I do too, man. I think that they've done a good job going back and kind of picking out some stuff that people really liked from previous games. Like you said, the PS2 era, some of the elements here in Road to Glory, some of, the stadium pool, stuff like that. And then also they talked about, combing through wish lists and things like that. So I think they've done a good job trying to appease the community with this game. And I really like some of the choices that they've made. Legend Sports Zones going with Boise State for his dynasty. Hey, I'm all for it, Orlando. Hopefully it comes to fruition. I'd rather us, the Big 12, I'll say us because I'm a WVU fan, obviously, get those teams, and the SEC, get richer for sure. KOG Marvel pre-ordered. Can't wait. Me either. Yeah, you should be able to play Madden on its early release too, which will be 3 days prior to its actual release date, kind of like college football's actual release date's the 19th, but you'll be able to play on the 15th/16th. And yeah, it should be on your PS5 to download it. Chris Lee, I think you'll be able to download it first on Saturday, I believe. I appreciate that, Tasky. Going to have a ton of good content here. Obviously, a ton of news already in the lead up to this game. I think I'm close to 60 update videos. Been updating news on this for, 6-7 months now. So I really appreciate that, trying to grow this channel. And, of course, getting into the streaming side of things as well. I'm going to be streaming it live on Twitch, most of the gameplay, but I will put videos up on YouTube as well after the fact as well. So appreciate that, man. Woo Pig Suey says Mario. He loves Arkansas. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to go to WVU. Obviously, that's my number one school, but really it just depends, I guess, what lines up with me, because I don't want to work forever. I miss like a whole year trying to battle for a starting spot. WVU has some really good running backs. If I do choose running back, which I'm kind of leaning towards now, see how it shakes out. Yeah, Orlando said his already downloaded on Xbox. That's what I've heard from Xbox people, is they've already got it downloaded. I think PS5 can download Saturday, I believe. All right, guys. I'm going to dive back into the blog now. You guys, any questions, comments you got there, I'll come back, tap in with you guys momentarily, but let's push through this blog. All right, putting the student in student athlete. As a student athlete, managing your time off the field is just as important as performing well on it. Each week, you will need to balance your responsibilities and manage your time, which is represented as energy. By default, you will have 5 energy points to spend each week. In a short week, when you play on a Thursday, you only have 4 energy points to spend. Conversely, in a free week, when you have a bye, you'll have 6 points since you have more free time. Each week, you'll have to juggle your time between these activities, and it'll be very difficult to keep each one in good standing. Balancing these activities effectively will be key to becoming a well-rounded and successful student athlete. Proper time management will be essential to excelling in all areas, from maintaining your academic standing and building your brand to improving your skills and your performance on the field. You will decide how to spend your time among 5 key activities. That's what I was talking about there in the menu up top where it showed the 5 things. These are the 5 things that you have to choose to spend those energy points on right here: academics, leadership, health, training, and brand. Each activity is represented by as a meter and comes with its own sets of pros and cons. So, it's like I said, no right or wrong choices on these. You just have to choose how you want to balance it, and you don't want any one of them to drop too low. Focusing on your studies will help maintain your GPA, which is crucial for staying eligible in academics. Then in leadership, spending time on leadership activities will help you earn respect and trust from your teammates and coaches, potentially leading to a leadership role on the team. Health, prioritizing your health. Health helps you stay injury-free and maintain peak physical condition, which is obviously essential, especially in this game with wear and tear involved. Training. Extra training sessions will help improve your physical attributes and skills, giving you an edge over your competition. And then brand. Work on your brand can increase your proper popularity and open opportunities for NIL endorsements and other off-field benefits. Mastering the art of time management will ensure your success both on and off the field. I'm going to get a little bit more info about each of these, starting with academics here. Academics plays a crucial role in your life as a student athlete, impacting both your eligibility and overall success. Academics are divided into 2 key components: test readiness and GPA. In test readiness, each week spend your time on academics. You will be studying, which will improve your test readiness. This is essential for performing well on midterm exams. If your test readiness is low, your likelihood of failing a midterm is increased. And unlike, previous years when they had the academics in here, I remember back on like early Madden Superstar modes and early Campus Legend mode and Race for the Heisman before it was called Road to Glory, you actually had to take these tests and quizzes. You don't have to do that on this one. It's just kind of these 2 things will determine if you're ready for the test and if you'll pass or fail. Your GPA is a reflection of your academic performance and is influenced by the results of your exams and quizzes. And so here you see kind of the bars they're talking about in academics. Right now, he's unprepared for a test, so he needs to kind of get that up so he gets a better grade, because you don't want a GPA to drop too low so where you become academically ineligible. Every week, you have the opportunity to allocate some of your energy towards studying, which will boost your test readiness. How prepared you are is represented by the bar at the top of the panel. The pane also shows how long you have until your next midterm exam is, allowing you to plan your study schedule accordingly. Midterms occur on week 8 and week 15 of the regular season. The higher your test readiness, the better you will perform on these exams. Your performance on midterm exams will directly affect your GPA. High test readiness will result in better exam scores, positively impacting your GPA. Conversely, if you do poor on the exams, your GPA will take a significant hit, and you have to maintain a minimum GPA of 2.0 to be eligible to play in games. If your GPA falls below that threshold, you'll be eligible to play and will be required to attend mandatory study hall sessions until your GPA improves. The study hall session consume a portion of your energy each week until your GPA is back up. And here you see an example of someone that's academically ineligible right now. And of course, they got to get that back up before they are eligible again. So you could miss some games as they fell ineligible there in week 12, it looks like. In addition to midterms, you will also face periodic quizzes that come through various scenarios. Unlike exams, quizzes do not utilize your test readiness. Instead, you will be asked how much you want to study for each quiz, which will consume a set amount of energy for that week. Quizzes serve as additional checkpoints to ensure you're keeping up with your academic responsibilities. So don't think just because those are coming in week 8 and week 15, you could not use any energy on your academics in the meantime, because you're going to have these quizzes and shit that pop up that could still knock your GPA down. Maintaining a GPA has several other benefits as well. Fan favorite mental ability. If your GPA is above 300, you can keep the fan favorite mental ability on. If your GPA falls below 3.0, it'll get turned off. And then coach trust bonus. Your GPA will also affect your weekly coach trust bonus. A higher GPA gives you more coach trust, while a lower GPA may give you a negative effect on that side. Balancing your academic responsibilities with your athletic commitments is essential for maintaining eligibility and achieving success both on and off the field. Proper time management and dedication to your studies will help you excel in all areas of the student-athlete life. Then we have leadership, the second of these 5. Leadership is a vital aspect of your role as a student athlete, influencing not only your relationship with your coach and teammate, but also overall team dynamics and performance. Spending time on team building activities will help improve your leadership skills. These activities help you earn respect and trust from your teammates and coaches, potentially leading to a leadership role on the team. And there you see your leadership bar, which is currently excellent for them. And you see some of the things that go along with it there, including the clear-headed mental ability, which you have to have that bar up and stuff to keep that one active as well. Your leadership will provide you with a weekly bonus in coach trust. If your leadership is high, you will receive a positive bonus each week, reflecting your coach's confidence in you as a team leader. Conversely, if your leadership is low, you'll get a negative coach trust bonus each week, as your coach may view you as a negative influence in the locker room, one of those energy vampires, Your leadership also significantly impacts how fast your teammate progresses. So leadership not only affects you, but it can affect your teammates as well. A strong leader acts as a force multiplier, making your teammates better every day and helping them achieve their full potential. On the other hand, poor leadership can drag your teammates down, resulting in less than 100% XP for them. Leadership also affects your team's starting composure, which we know composure is a big factor in this game with the home field advantage involved. A good leader can rally the team and get everyone pumped for a big game, ensuring high team morale and readiness. In contrast, a negative energy force can bring the team down, negatively affecting their composure and performance. Once you reach excellent leadership status, you will activate the clear-headed ability. This special ability provides protection from composure loss events in game, ensuring that you and your team remain focused and composed during critical moments. And then number 3 here of the 5 is health. Managing your body and health as a student athlete is critical to maintaining a peak performance and ensuring you stay in the game. In Road to Glory, your health is represented, of course, via wear and tear. And here we see the health. Risk of injury is increased currently. You look at the wear and tear, got yellow on the right arm, yellow on the left leg. You see the things tied to those and the foot as well. Obviously, this is a quarterback we're talking about, so it's affecting medium throw accuracy, run, which I'm sure is throw on the run, throw power. The left leg's affecting speed. The left foot's affecting speed, throw on the run, and throw power. But they're only slight. As you take damage on the field and through training, it is essential to allocate time to recover and get your body back to full health. Unlike dynasty players, you will not automatically recover a set amount of wear and tear damage when advancing to the next week. If you do not spend your time recovering, your wear and tear damage will persist, affecting your weekly performance and availability. If your health gets too low, it will impact how much you play on game day and could potentially prevent you from playing at all until you recover. Maintaining a good balance between training and recovery is essential to ensure you are fit and ready to perform at your best. Within the health panel, you can monitor your current wear and tear damage and see the rating impacts of your damaged body parts. This detailed view helps you understand which areas need attention and how your overall performance is being affected. In addition to rating impacts, wear and tear will increase your chance of injury. An injury can keep you off the field for a significant period, hindering your progress and affecting your team's performance. Regular recovery sessions are crucial to minimize this risk and maintain your health. Lastly, any unspent energy each week will be automatically applied to recover to improve your health. So if you don't spend some of your energy points, they're going to apply it to your health to help improve that wear and tear. Take a swig of my coffee real quick, guys. Throat gets a little dry when reading all this. Especially it was in the Dynasty Deep Dive. At least this one's not as long. We're already about halfway through this one. And we're on to number 4 here of these 5 is training. Training is a crucial aspect of developing your skills and enhancing your performance as a student athlete in Road to Glory. In Road to Glory, you will earn XP by completing in-game goals. As you earn XP, you will fill a progression bar. Once the progression bar reaches 100, you'll get a skill point, and the progression bar will reset, allowing you to continue progressing and improving your abilities. While gameplay will naturally progress your player, the best athletes also dedicate time off the field to improve. This means spending time in the weight room and on the practice field to further hone your skills. And there we see the training bar there. The XP is at 1211 out of the 2,000 it takes to reach the next skill point there. And, of course, you see the skill points there, +1. He currently has 13 skill points there and 1 energy point left to spend in this week that they're highlighting. As part of your weekly agenda, you have the opportunity to spend time on training. This dedicated training time will earn you additional XP, helping you fill your progression bar faster and earn skill points more quickly. Each time you train, you earn XP, but also incur a small amount of wear and tear damage, which will reduce your health. It is important to balance your training with recovery to avoid letting your health get too low. If your health falls below an acceptable level, you'll be unable to train until you recover and restore your health to the proper level. Balancing your training regimen with proper recovery is essential for maintaining peak performance and ensuring continuous improvement. Dedication to both on and off the field training will help you become a well-rounded and successful student athlete. And lastly, the fifth one here is brand. Like I said, these are up here. These 5 things you can see at the top of your thing. And of course, here they are. And when you go into the meters specifically, and brand is the last one we have to talk about here. Your brand is a representation of your off-field social status and influence as a student athlete. Building a strong brand can open up numerous opportunities and benefits. You have the opportunity to grow your brand and potentially become a global phenom. Your brand is represented by the number of followers you have. The more followers you gain, the higher your brand level becomes. So here you see currently as an influencer, he has 16.8K followers out of 250K, which is a low engagement level. So you can go from local hero to influencer to superstar, and then, as they said, a global phenom. Which here, you have to have 250,000 fans to get the 3rd NIL slot and 1 million fans to get the 4th. But you have 2 NIL slots here. You're able to fill, which I'm sure they'll talk about that here coming up. As your brand level grows, you unlock name, image, and likeness, better known as NIL deals. These slots allow you to be offered off-field NIL opportunities, which can help enhance your overall brand and provide additional benefits, which are going to give us more details on these NIL deals in a bit. Once you reach the influencer tier, you will activate the road dog ability. This special ability helps increase your composure gains when playing on the road, helping you perform better in away games. Each time you perform the socialize action, you will increase the number of followers you have, as well as your engagement meter. The more frequently you socialize, the higher your engagement meter will be. A higher engagement meter means your content is more likely to go viral, allowing you to gain followers more quickly. And this is all accessed through scenarios and dilemmas, where these scenarios are going to pop up where you're going to have to, choose, each one of these 5 things to hopefully progress. But, one of the other 4 is probably going to take a hit because of your decision. So like I said, no right or wrong decisions here. It's just more about what you want to focus on, what you need to focus on at any given time. As you progress along your journey as a student athlete, you will encounter unexpected scenarios and dilemmas that add complexity and excitement to your experience. These scenarios and dilemmas will trigger based on the decisions you make and how you spend your time off the field. They can involve interactions with teammates, advisors, other students on campus, NIL deals, and other fun surprises that keep your journey dynamic and engaging. When faced with a new dilemma, there's no right or wrong answer, as I've been saying. How you choose to respond will ultimately shape your journey. Your decisions will determine how these scenarios impact your various meters, such as health, brand, and coach trust. Some dilemmas will present actual conflicts, such as being asked to attend an off-campus party. Attending the party would increase your brand by boosting your social presence, but it will also may require you to skip your night class. There's a risk associated with this decision. Getting caught skipping class could negatively affect your GPA, which might affect your academic standing and eligibility. So obviously you got to make a choice there. Do you want to boost your brand and take a chance of dropping your GPA? Vice versa. There might also be situations where you're playing poorly and the fans are just letting you have it. You'll have to make a decision on how you want to respond. Do you want to take the high road, or do you want to criticize them and make a burner and be your biggest hype man? Navigate these scenarios and dilemmas requires careful consideration of the potential benefits and risk. Each decision you make will contribute to your unique story and influence as a student athlete. And here we get a glimpse of some of those. So like I said, things are going to pop up. These dilemmas and these scenarios are going to pop up on the cell phone, much like that interview to begin Road to Glory did. So this one's someone on the team, the defensive tackle, messaging you. You want to drive together to our morning government class this week. Got to love these 8:30 a.m. lectures. You could sleep in and skip class, which is a risk, or you can agree to drive together. And here you chose sleeping in. Getting extra rest helps. Your back and rib tear have improved by 3. Then you got another one here. This is from your academic advisor. I got alerted you missed your 8:30 government class. Well, you not only missed class, you also missed a pop quiz. I'd suggest showing up next time. And so then you see a downgrade here. Your GPA decreases. It's taking a big hit because you missed a quiz because you chose to skip class. So that's the same scenario here. You chose to sleep in, so you've gotten a boost to your wear and tear. But you also had a negative effect to your GPA. So that's kind of how that works here and what I'm talking about with no right or wrong answer and how it affects your player in these different levels in Road to Glory. Now we're going to talk about NIL deals. Let me come back, check up with you guys in the chat real quick, and then we'll talk NIL deals as we progress through here. Legend Sports Zone says, hoping we get Team Builder Mob Monday. Me too. You would think they would want to have it out prior to the early release. Maybe they'll release it on Monday, like you said. Maybe it's a possibility. Gordon says he'll be doing a few Dynasty and coaching, but first is UVA. The Wahoo. Shout out, Gordon. I see you in there, man. Yeah, Jason said he downloaded on Xbox yesterday. So if you're on Xbox, you can download. Yeah, Orlando, I'm planning on covering it every year, man. It's gonna be my go-to. It's really the only game that I'm truly interested in for the most part. I was pretty much out of gaming for the past 11 years, except for still playing 360 and playing NCAA Football 14. So that's kind of returned to gaming for me. But yeah, as soon as information starts coming out on that one, I'll start covering it as well for sure. James Good says, I just want to play. It seems like you have to manage so much. Yeah, definitely a lot of choices you're going to have to make, but it also says, you can skip some of these, but you're going to take hits. So you just have to watch if you do choose to skip, some of these decisions or whatever. You're going to have to just watch those meters. If one gets too low, you might have to make a couple of choices or whatever. But I also think it's not going to be like it's too tedious. It's just popping up on a cell phone and selecting one option or the other. So it'll move quick as well. Got to keep that in mind too. No, Jesus, no video for Road to Glory, just the deep dive blog here. I appreciate that, Christopher. Going to be a ton of great content on this game. And, of course, I'll have a ton of streaming content as well once it's released here in the next few days. Sichuan Took says, how many years should I be a coordinator? Hey, good question. I mean, I guess it really just depends on what type of offer you're waiting for as a head coach. For me, I usually go coordinator at least a couple years. I like to do that. But the interesting thing this year is when you're coordinator, you still get to play both sides of the ball. And he also suggests hit the like button, people, which awesome. Really appreciate that, Sanjuan. Definitely, if you guys are in here, whether you're watching this live with me or watching this after the fact on playback, just take a second, hit that little thumbs up button. Really helps a shit ton with that YouTube algorithm, which helps this channel continue to grow as we're continuing to try and do here on JC's Pop Culture. Appreciate that. And if you're a fan of this game, definitely subscribe. I did too, Chris. I did too. Just going to be cool to have to collect. It does sound fun. I agree, Seahawks. I like what they're doing here with the decisions and how there's no perfect choices and you kind of got to manage it how you want. And also it really helps, the replayability that they're talking about because you can make different choices, each time you play it. Yeah, no video, WJ, just the blog for this one, much kind of like they did for Ultimate Team, no reveal video, just the blog. I agree, Mario. Hopefully Team Builder comes around very soon. I will. I'll let you know when that comes in, Chris Lee. I'll probably do an unboxing here on the channel for that homecoming edition. I think it's going to come later this month, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's sometime in the 20s, but someone also said that, GameStop usually sends out stuff early. So maybe it'll be here, within a week of the game releasing. I'm surprised by that, especially when you got one of the cover athletes as a two-way player, JM Gaming. Indeed surprised. Let's see. Study Turtle 41 says school simulator. It's kind of like that. Hey, Tim Green, how's it going, man? Appreciate you. I think that it's come. I don't know if it'll come via a patch or if it won't come till 26. I would be surprised if they don't patch it in at some point during this game's lifespan, though. Likewise, man, I got some other you and then, of course, some other guys I know on Xbox as well that I'd love to play a Dynasty with as well. Dior Chandler, I don't think you can play co-op on Road to Glory. I'm pretty sure it's only single player. I'd say that throw that in here if that was the case. I'm pretty sure it's only single player, though. Hey, indeed, as always, Tim Green, let's go Mountaineers. You see, even on this channel, I got a little bit of a WV down there in the corner. Got to get a little display in there, a little bit of love to the ears. Head-to-head is going to be crossplay, Elf. I think everything except Online Dynasty is crossplay. All right, let's dive back in here, push through this blog here, get the rest of it done. Now we're talking NIL deals, guys. NIL deals and Road to Glory. NIL deals are a significant aspect of your journey as a student athlete, offering you opportunities to become an ambassador for various brands and earn rewards, As part of the scenarios you encounter, you may be presented with NIL deals. To be offered an NIL deal, you must have an open NIL deal slot, which is determined by your brand level. The higher your brand level, the more NIL deal slots you have available, increasing your opportunities for brand partnerships. NIL deals come with a duration for which they will run and energy cost associated with them, as they require some of your time. The energy cost can be either an upfront cost or a weekly cost over the course of the contract. Managing your energy and time effectively is crucial to balancing those commitments. Accepting an NIL deal comes with rewards, which can be provided upfront, weekly, or at the conclusion of the deal. Here's some of the rewards you get from the NIL deals. You can get gameplay bonuses, which is improvements to your in-game attributes, such as enhanced catching ability, increased speed, or better stamina. And you can also get off-the-field bonuses. Enhancement to one of your meters, such as increasing your number of followers, boosting your coach trust, or improving your health. So not only does your decisions affect those, but sometimes you can get NIL deals that will affect, some of these meters in the game. When deciding whether to accept an NIL deal, consider the associated energy cost and the potential rewards. NIL deals provide valuable opportunities to enhance your brand and gain various benefits, both on and off the field. By strategically managing these deals, you can maximize your rewards and grow your influence as a student athlete. An example NIL deal you can earn is with a physical therapy center. As part of their deal, they want you to participate in a regional commercial shoot that will air during the next month. While you won't physically pose for the camera this year in Road to Glory, the deal will cost you 2 energy up front. Then in return, they give you free physical therapy sessions, which will immediately help your wear and tear recovery and improve your health. By taking the deal and getting the health recovery, this will enable you to do other things during your weekly agenda and time management. So you get the NIL deal with a physical therapy company, right? You're not going to have to use as much of your energy points that week on health. You can allocate those to your brand, to your training, to your academics. So NIL deals help in multiple ways. Keeping your brand high ensures you will always have the best opportunity to secure more NIL deals. Don't overlook the power of NIL deals and the flexibility they can provide you in the weekly agenda as a result. Some opportunities and gains will only be possible via NIL deals. Here's an example of one, Chef Sporting Goods here, and their proposal is a 2-week contract. So it's going to cost you 1 of your energy points per week, and you get 500 followers each week for the length of the contract. So that's 1,000 followers right there just from getting that NIL deal. All right, now we're talking coach trust and position battles. So this is where we get into, earning the coach trust and triggering these position battles, which are very important, especially if you start out lower on the depth chart. Maybe you start out as that 2-star recruit with that 60 overall, and you really have to climb your way up. You're going to spend a lot of time earning this coach trust and triggering these position battles, trying to steal that spot on the depth chart. We've talked a lot about the off-field element, so let's dive into the on-field action. In Road to Glory, coach trust is your lifeline. It's a constant currency that you'll earn throughout your journey. Think of it as the key to unlocking your playing time on the field. Whether you're a hotshot 5-star recruit or a gritty 2-star underdog, earning enough coach trust is essential. You can build it up by managing your weekly activities, excelling in practice sessions weekly, and playing well during games. Not only are you going to be earning coach trust, but your fellow teammates are also earning coach trust based on their performances and actions each week. So that's what I was saying earlier about, even if you're top of the depth chart, don't get too comfortable, because the AI can trigger these position battles as well. You can see where you stand on the depth chart in comparison to other members of the team by accessing the coach trust screen from the weekly agenda. Scrolling the bar left and right, you can see how close or far away you are from your teammates in the eyes of your coach. So here you go, position battle 1 right here, 700 coach trust earned, got the job of quarterback 1. And this is when you get the challenge. You've activated a position battle for QB1, got enough coach trust, it triggers this to where you have the position battle, and then you have to win that position battle against the other quarterback there to get the job. And as you can see here, he did just that because he won 2 out of the 3 mini games against Lenore Sellers. So he is now the starting quarterback. Once you've accumulated enough coach trust, you'll trigger what we call a position battle. This is your golden opportunity to earn your spot on game day. Position battles are intense and task you with winning 2 out of 3 position-specific mini games. For example, at QB, in this scenario, you'll find yourself playing the option attack. It's all about showcasing your skills under pressure. But here's the catch. If you lose the position battle, you have to climb back up the ladder over the next few weeks to get a shot at challenging your teammate, because when you lose, you get a significant hit to that coach trust, where you have to start earning it again to trigger another position battle. So it's not like you're going to be able to have a position battle every week. If you lose one, it's going to take you a couple weeks to get back up and try and get it again. On the flip side, winning the position battle gives you a big bump in coach trust points. So you'll be the starter probably for at least 2 to 3 weeks if you win a position battle. Keep in mind, though, that your teammates are also vying for coach trust. If you're not performing up to par, they might just take and initiate a position battle themselves, trying to take over your job. All aboard the game train. So we're talking about player progression now in Road to Glory. Player progression is a core element of your journey in Road to Glory, allowing you to continuously improve your character's skills and abilities. You can upgrade your player at any time by pressing the Upgrade Player Action item in the Actions tab of the Road to Glory hub, or via the Player Info button in the Player tab. As a result, as a Road to Glory character, you will earn progression XP through various activities. Gameplay, completing in-game goals and performing well during games, and in training, dedicating time to training sessions in your weekly agenda. Unlike Dynasty players, your Road to Glory player will not earn any off-season progression. So all your progression takes place in season here in Road to Glory. This places an increased importance on how much time you spend training and your performance on the field. As you accumulate XP, you will fill a progression bar. Once that is filled, you will earn a skill point, which can be spent on upgrading your character's ratings and physical abilities. This system will allow you to tailor your progression to suit your playstyle and strategic needs. And now we're talking skill groups. Similar to Dynasty players, you will upgrade your attributes by spending skill points to upgrade an entire skill group. So you're not upgrading, necessarily an exact attribute. The attributes are all housed within different skill groups, which we talked a little bit about in Dynasty. A skill group is a collection of related attributes. For instance, the quarterback power skill group includes throw power and strength. Every skill group can reach a maximum level of 10. Each time you upgrade a skill group, its level increases, thereby enhancing all the attributes within that group. However, your Road to Glory character may have a skill group maximum level or cap that is less than 10, depending on the archetype you chose during character creation. So that goes back to when we were looking at the beginning, and where they had a pocket passer QB, they had a cap on, their elusiveness and their speed, to where they couldn't get all the way maxed out in those areas. And it'll be vice versa if you're a scrambling quarterback. Skill group caps represent your character's maximum potential in a specific area. These caps vary depending on the skill group position and archetype. Once a skill group reaches its cap, it cannot be upgraded further unless your coach possesses the archetype along with the Limitless or Put a Ring on It abilities. The Limitless ability offers a chance to increase a random skill cap each time your character levels up, while the Put a Ring on It ability provides a chance to raise your highest skill cap after winning a conference or national championship. And so here you see an example of some of those there and the ratings here that's within those on this person, Thomas Swipe Right. That's pretty funny. And you see the mental abilities and the physical abilities listed there. So this is kind of the player tab that you'll see, the overview, the ratings, and you can see your abilities, your health, and more there. And then we're talking mental and physical abilities in Road to Glory here. Unlike Dynasty players, your Road to Glory character has the unique opportunity to progress their mental abilities by completing in-game objectives. Each time you complete an objective, the corresponding ability will upgrade to the next tier up to a maximum level of Platinum. For example, to upgrade the Field General ability to the Silver tier, you have to throw 20 touchdowns in a season. As you continue to meet these performance benchmarks, your mental abilities will progressively enhance, providing significant advantages on the field. It is important that 3 of your mental abilities are tied to your meters. If your meter is not in good standing, the corresponding ability will not be active, and you will not be able to reap the rewards of that upgraded ability until you activate it again by bringing your meter back into good standing. So that's what we talked about earlier with the certain mental abilities that are tied to each one of those 5 meters that we talked about. However, you can still make progress towards the upgrade objective even when the ability is inactive. On the other hand, physical abilities can be upgraded with skill points if you meet the upgrade requirements. Every physical ability tier has a rating requirement associated with it. For example, to unlock the sleight of hand ability at the bronze tier, you have to have 83 play action rating. This applies to every tier up to the maximum level of Platinum there. And you see a little bit of that. You could spend 3 skill points to upgrade your sidestep tier. Right now it looks like it's at, I guess that's bronze. So you have to get up to Silver. You would have to have 89 juke move. He currently has 89, so he could use 3 of his skill points, which he has 5, to upgrade his sidestep from bronze to silver. All right, and here we are. Game day. Now we're talking on the field here in Road to Glory. Our goal is to immerse you deeply into the game environment, making you feel every moment on the field. During gameplay, the effects of home field advantage are palpable. As a quarterback, you'll experience challenges such as incorrect pre-play art, missing button icons, and miscommunication with your receivers when attempting to hot route them. These obstacles are designed to simulate the pressures of playing in a high-stakes environment. This is where your composure and mental abilities become crucial. If your leadership meter is high, you'll have the ability to keep your teammates calm and composed, especially at the start of a big game. Additionally, possessing the headstrong mental ability will allow you to remain more composed yourself, making pre-snap adjustments and communications with your receivers much smoother. There you see a nice screenshot from Road to Glory there. And it looks like you can have that, up close camera if you want. I'm sure you can adjust that back to, the traditional as well. See the hoodie on that player as well. To enhance immersion, we've introduced new camera angles that place you right in the heart of the action. These dynamic perspectives are designed to make you feel like you're truly on the field. When you're on the zoomed in camera angle, you can press R2 to open the coach cam and then move the left stick to pan the camera side to side. Oh, that's nice. So you hold in right trigger R2, whichever console you're on, move the left stick, and you can look around despite the fact that you're zoomed in. If you prefer a different view, you can always back up the camera by pressing down on the D-pad to kind of go to the traditional view. We've also added multiple presentation elements that revolve around you and your character. These elements are intended to highlight your journey and achievements, making your gameplay experience uniquely personal. And then wear and tear, obviously a factor here in Road to Glory mode as well. Wear and tear play a central role in Road to Glory, requiring you to actively manage your character's physical condition. Unlike Dynasty players, your character in Road to Glory does not automatically recover from wear and tear on week advance. Each week, you're responsible for managing your wear and tear, making it critically important to enter each game in good health. The wear and tear damage you carry into the game will affect your starting condition on the field. You need to make strategic decisions to preserve your health. Do you purposely miss a block to save your body? Do you think twice about scrambling on second and down and taking a big hit? Do you give yourself up on a big run and step out of bounds as opposed to fighting for extra yards? These are the decisions you have to make during gameplay. And there you see a look at the wear and tear in game when you can look at it pre-play there with the right stick and the coach cam. During the game, you can monitor your wear and tear status every time you're taken off the field. This screen provides vital information about your current attribute hits and damaged body parts. Remember, the more damaged the body part is, the higher the risk of sustaining an injury. If your body takes too much time, your coach may decide to pull you from the game to let you recover on the sideline. Additionally, if you start the game too damaged, you may not play at all. Therefore, managing your wear and tear effectively is crucial to ensure you remain on the field and perform at your best. And there you see there when you're not playing, when you're off the field, this is the screen you'll see. You push continue playing, obviously sims to when you're back on the field, but you'll see your stats, you see your coach trust, you see key moments this drive. You see, of course, on the right, your wear and tear, highly damaged here, high risk of injury for Kai's King. You see yellow all over and orange on the right leg. Along with your wear and tear status, you will also be able to see additional game insights, including your current game stat line, how much coach trust you've earned this game, and the key moments that positively affected this last drive. By keeping a close eye on your wear and tear status and managing your health effectively, you can reduce the risk of injury and maintain peak performance throughout the season. And then play calling here in games in Road to Glory. Within gameplay, you will initially have access to limited play calling. On the play selection screen, you will see only one play that the coach has called for you. And there you see, obviously, there's the new play call screen, which we've talked about previously with the different panels. And here in Road to Glory, you only have the one play right now because you have the limited play section available because you don't have the high coach trust yet. As you increase coach trust, you earn the ability to change the play by pressing triangle for PlayStation or Y on Xbox. During the play call, you can expose 2 additional plays to choose from. The number of times you can change the play is displayed above the center play on the play selection screen. So you see that here. They had this tight end screen. They didn't like it, so they had the other 2s pulled up, but they can only do that 4 more times throughout the game and get a couple extra choices. Once you get to the line of scrimmage, you will not have the ability to change the play via audibles. However, you can still make pre-snap adjustments to optimize your chances of success by hot routing your receivers. Additionally, you'll be able to initiate no huddle after the play to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. And of course, a new addition to Road to Glory that's kind of exciting is Transfer Portal. And with the unlimited Transfer Portal rules, play for 4 different schools if you want. And here's kind of the graphics there. Thomas Swipe Right transferred to Florida as they had high interest in him, much similar to like the recruiting, the bars that we were talking about earlier. They're there in the portal as well. In the world of Road to Glory, the transfer portal is just as pivotal as it is in real life. At the end of each season, your player will face a crucial decision. Stay loyal to their current school or enter the portal to explore new opportunities. This choice isn't just a simple yes or no. It's a gateway to new adventures and possibilities based on your player's performance throughout the season. So maybe you start at a group of 5 school and you can move up to a power 4 school. The potential suitors lining up for your player won't just be random picks. They'll be schools that align with your player's performance and the key pitches that initially attracted them during the recruitment process. This adds an authentic layer of strategy and realism, making every decision meaningful and tailored to your unique journey. The transfer portal keeps your experience fresh, allowing you to find the perfect fit for your play style or craft the epic story you want to tell. Whether you're looking to climb the ranks, find a team that complements your skills, or simply shake things up, the portal offers you the opportunity to reshape your journey. And then here at the end of your journey is what we're going to talk about now. We see conference championship. We see him as a freshman All-American. Obviously, probably one of the reasons he was able to transfer up to Florida in this example. Imagine a world where there's no definitive end, only the boundless possibilities of your journey, uniquely crafted by the choices you make. In Road to Glory, you chart your own path. Will you aim for the coveted Conference Player of the Week awards, or perhaps set your sight on the prestigious National Player of the Week honors? The Heisman Trophy is up for grabs, but so are 10 other specific awards like the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. The stage is yours. Do you envision yourself leading your team to multiple conference championships, or maybe you're driven to navigate the new 12-team playoff gauntlet and reach the national championship game? How many national championships games can you win in your 4-year career? We want you to immerse yourself in Road to Glory, invest your time in your first journey, and then dive back in with fresh decisions and perhaps a new position to see how differently your career can unfold. And so at the end there, you get your decision, you want to retire, and of course, export to Madden. Once you've conquered your college football, your adventure is just beginning. We're incredibly excited about the seamless transition to Madden 25 in Superstar mode, where you continue your unique career in the NFL. The road ahead is limitless, and we cannot wait to see how you navigate it. So gear up, make your choices, and let's see what incredible stories you'll create in Road to Glory. And then lastly, they're wrapping up here with Time to Play. We're excited to see what stories you create and decisions you make in your Road to Glory journey. Being a college athlete is not easy, and our goal is to replicate that experience while providing you with the ability to shape and craft your story the way you want. Thank you for tuning in to today's Campus Huddle. Next, we'll come for you the final deep dive where they're talking about Team Builder, but don't exactly tell us when that is, hopefully in the next few days. But that's what we got, guys. We made it. We made it through another blog. Guys. Good stuff. I don't think it's necessarily first person, Jason, but it looked like they're extremely close to being first person on that one zoomed up camera. But they may have another one that is first person, but seems like they do have multiple cameras that you can choose from. Yeah, you can play co-op Dynasty offline, Orlando, but you can't control the same team. You have to be, different teams. One user per team in Dynasty. Eric White, yeah, that would indeed be nice. Maybe in the future we can get that to return as well. Diogen said I'd transfer to Madden if the game hadn't sucked since 08. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. Been waiting on college football to come back, and so happy that it finally is, and happy to share this Road to Glory info with you guys. We tore through all that deep dive. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of it. Hopefully it got you even more excited for the mode. I know it did me personally, and I can't wait to play it here. Just a few short days, guys. And if you want to watch me play it, be sure to head over to Twitch. Follow me there as well, where you can watch me play it live here in just about a week or so. Be diving in on Road to Glory series and a Dynasty rebuild as well with my coaching journey there as Coach JC. So that'll be a lot of fun. And of course, I'll have clips for that up on YouTube after the fact. But I appreciate all you guys that sat here with me through this entire blog. I got to hop off here now. I got to get ready to head to work. Unfortunately, closing tonight at work. But at least we got to talk about this beforehand and got the deep dive blog here on Road to Glory and got a shit ton of information on this game mode. Got me super hyped and can't wait, guys. We're so close now. Less than a week. This is awesome. This is awesome stuff. But I really appreciate all you guys that tuned in here. Like I said, if you can, before you head out, just take a second, hit that like button. Helps a shit ton with the YouTube algorithm. And be sure to subscribe here if you're a fan of this game. You're going to be a ton of content coming on in the near future. And if you didn't get a chance to hop in the chat live, throw your thoughts in the comments and I'll reply to them after the fact in text form. But having said that, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this one, and I will catch you on the next one.